So we're diving into the last bit of formation. I love the fact that the eyes are subtle. I took a soft eyeshadow and I sort of gave her a smoky eye. And then afterward, I gave her a bit of contouring. I mean, mind you, there was perspiration that happened. She was tired. There was a lot of making sure that I was around her, soaking up any shine or water with a sponge and then powdering. If you take a look here, there's a little bit of a highlight happening at the top lip, and that brings attention to your pout. There's shimmer down the center of the nose here as well. So there's contouring, there's highlighting, there's a serious eye. This is a look, but what we like to call this is a boy beat. And all it was is giving the eyes a shape, giving the cheeks a shape. I gave a lot of contour to the sides of the face. You see how much chiseling is happening here? That's on purpose. I was really looking to just capture her essence and give her tons of structure to the face.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different from my normal. I've seen this sort of trend going around YouTube called the boy beat. Basically, this is something started by Sir John, which is Beyonce's makeup artist. The trend kind of started a month ago by Sarah Cheung on YouTube. I will leave a link to her video down below. The first one that I saw was actually from Gin's makeup or Jean's makeup. I'm not sure how she says that. I really like Jean's makeup version better, honestly. I'm gonna leave hers down in the description too, as well as the interview with Sir John going through Beyonce's makeup looks. So in Sarah Cheung and Jean's makeup videos, they kind of go through, it's weird, they kind of take it in a totally different direction than what Sir John explains. As you just heard, he says basically he gives Beyonce a soft, smoky eye and everything else is just kind of like chiseled and contoured, but they seem to take a lot from other things that he mentions in that video. For example, like adding freckles or using a really bold brow. But basically the version that Sarah Cheung and Jean's makeup are using is essentially not being overdone, kind of being underdone in a way. In Sarah Cheung's version, she just kind of like throws on some, like a BB cream, and then, you know, she kind of makes her eyes look tired and does the big bold brow. Same with Jean's makeup, although she doesn't add any foundation, she just spot conceals. You know, they're talking about putting emphasis on things like rosacea, freckles, tan, anything that you would normally want to hide in like today's Instagram world. I'm gonna do kind of a mixture of both. I've been trying different variations of this all week and it's super easy. Like, it takes no time compared to my regular makeup routine. That's kind of why I'm into this. I've been trying to figure out for so long, like, how do I get ready without spending an hour and a half on my makeup but still looking good? Like, I just don't, for some reason, ever since I started getting into makeup, I don't know how to not full glam, and it's so frustrating sometimes because like, I don't always want to be so fucking intense, you know? So since I found this, I really like it, and honestly I think that I might kind of make it a little more glam than Sarah Cheung and Jean's makeup do, although I don't know, Jean's makeup is like, she's like perfect in glam no matter what she does. I'm not gonna take it to quite like the tired and like dark circles kind of place as much as more of just like a natural beauty, not intense makeup kind of thing, I guess. I don't know, like you still see the skin and you still look pretty, I guess. I don't know how to explain this. Anyway, so I have all my skincare done. I have moisturizer on, primer, everything. I'm going to exfoliate my lips. By the way, I got this in a BoxyCharm box. This is a pure X-Faux lips, plumping lip exfoliator, and I really like this. It tastes really good. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics CC cream. So I've been using this pretty much every day this week. I think it's breaking me out. Like, I'm pretty sure it's breaking me out. So I feel like the longer I wear it, when I take off my makeup, my skin just looks like shit. I mean, you can see my skin looks worse in this video than it has in any other video. So I don't really know what's up with that. But kind of like this area around my mouth is really freaking out. I'm just going to apply this. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand and just apply it with my fingers because you don't want to look super made up or overdone. So I'm just kind of trying to go light with it. This really isn't supposed to look that put together. You don't even need foundation if you don't have any skin problems, because I don't know, maybe if you just have like red cheeks or something, that's kind of something we're gonna put emphasis on anyways. So however, my entire face is red, not just my cheeks right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover that up. Also, the reason I'm using the IT Cosmetics is because this is the closest match to my actual skin tone, but it's also light coverage, so, well, I wouldn't call it light coverage. It's more like medium coverage, but it's more natural looking than using, you know, whatever, something more intense. The Covergirl BB Cream is another good one to use for this. Just anything that's more kind of like dewy, luminous, not intense coverage. Okay, so I still have some redness right here, but I'm gonna go in with the Glossier Stretch Concealer. Now, you don't want to do the bright white under eye that's like way too light for your skin like we do on Instagram and YouTube and all that shit. Instead, this is just barely lighter than my skin tone. And not only am I putting this under my eyes, I'm also kind of using it to spot conceal. Now, because I refuse to have under eye creasing, I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with the Becca under eye setting powder. And then I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off using a Kat Von D brush. Now I feel like I have the coverage I want without getting overly done. For the entire last week while I've been doing this, I haven't been wearing this much foundation. I just kind of like literally just rub it on, but my skin is in such a shitty place right now. I kind of just want to cover it. For the eyes, I'm going to be taking a Mercier Caviar eye stick. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. These are super easy to use. I love these. They're like, this one is in the shade Naturel, I believe. I don't know. Everything I use is in the description, so if the name is wrong, you can find it down below. But I'm going to just kind of like not carefully apply this to my eyelids. And the reason I'm using this shade is because it's going to provide enough coverage to make it so that my veins in my eyes aren't as visible, but it's also such a color that it looks like, it almost looks like tired eyes in and of itself. But it also has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it gives you kind of like that dewy eye, almost like greasy eye kind of look. I don't know, I really like eyeshadows that have that just barely there, kind of like satin reflect to them. It gives you like a glossy or a wet eye kind of thing. So I'm taking this all the way onto the crease and just kind of pulling it out. Now I'm also going to apply this under the eye, but for that I'm actually going to be using a brush just because I don't want it getting all over my eyelashes. So I'm just taking a small fluffy brush, like a tiny fluffy brush. And I'm going to take some off of the stick onto the brush and just kind of like push your eye forward so you can see this line. And just kind of fill that line in right there. Now I'm going to be taking my Lunatick Cosmetics Labs contour palette, and I'm going to take my most loved shade right here. This guy. It's just like the second down, last one in the second row. I don't know how to explain this. They don't have names. Do they have names? I don't know how to use this. Okay, anyway. So I'm just taking that color on the same brush. I'm giving a little bit more emphasis to that under eye bag. Yeah, I will never in my life, ever, no matter what, want to give emphasis to these under eye bags, but these ones, it's a look, I think. I'm gonna take that same color and just give a tiny bit more dimension to the crease. Okay, now jumping to the face, I'm going to actually add a few faux freckles real quick here. Now don't get me wrong, I am not good at this. I don't have freckles. I've only been doing this for about a week, so just kind of bear with me. Okay, so apparently I only have one color that's not too dark to do this. I'm going to be using the NYX Microbrow pencil, and this is in the shade Brunette. This is too light for my eyebrows, but it seems to be relatively okay for freckles. So basically you just kind of want to put it down and twist, and just very lightly put it down, I guess. Okay, so now that I officially look insane, I'm going to take my foundation brush and just kind of go over. My nose is where they ended up the darkest. So I kind of want it to look like I have freckles, but I just put a tiny bit of foundation over them, if that makes sense. Just because I feel like I kind of can't rock like that I have freckles look. So I'm just kind of covering them up a bit, and I want them to look intentionally covered up. Also, I feel like the ones under my eyes are kind of like the most realistic looking, and the ones on my nose are the least. Okay, next I do want a little bit of a glow, but more of like a dewy, like glossy kind of glow, like a wet sheen type of thing. So I'm going to be taking the Algenist Reveal Concentrated Luminizing Drops. I just got like a sample of this, but I'm going to roll this on the tops of my cheekbones. Guys, I promise I'm not gonna look this crazy by the end. And then I'm just going to press that in with my foundation brush. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more lower down on this side. Okay, I'm a total dipshit because that just erased all the freckles that I did. So I'm just gonna add a few more back in. Okay, I need to add some color back into this face. You wanna use the closest thing to real shadows as possible. That would be a color like this. So I'm gonna be taking my e.l.f. blush brush and just lightly going into that color. You definitely want to stay away from warm tones for this. This is like a real contour. And I'm gonna do like a tiny bit under my lower lip. Just to make them look a little fuller. The temples and the sides of the forehead. And then today I think I'm going to be going for kind of more of like a sunburn kind of deal. So from that same palette, I'm going to take this red shade right here. Go into the apples of the cheeks with this. Then I'm going to take the first shade we used on the eyes and I'm going to mix that with the red shade and dust the majority of it off, like the vast majority of it off. Go back into the contour. Go over the entire forehead. Back over the cheeks and the nose. That makes you look kind of flush. And just for the sake of being extra, I'm going to take my foundation brush and push this into the skin. I'm getting to eyebrows, I promise. So for eyelashes, I'm just going to be taking a lash curler and curling my lashes. Now for this, I don't want my eyelashes to be too overdone because that can kind of make this into too much of a glam kind of look. Normally I would use the Maybelline Lash Temptation mascara, but that is very bold and very intense, very glamorous. The Tarte Maneater mascara, however, is a little less intense, I guess I would say. There's a whole lot of small little spikes that makes it less intense. Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this mascara on. Yes, I get mascara on my eyelids every time I put mascara on. I'll fix it, don't worry. But I want most of the boldness and length to be in this outer corner. It's a little bit more feminizing that way. I guess what I'm saying is to go for a little bit more of a fluffy lash than like a big, bold, intense lash. I feel like this mascara does a good job of just kind of fluffing the lash and making them look naturally dark or naturally good, rather than them trying to kind of like recreate the look of falsies. They're just trying to enhance your natural eyelashes. Now I just kind of want to bring the lower lashes out from the eyeshadow that might have gotten on them. Okay, so here's how the lashes look when they're done. Now the exciting part, eyebrows. I've had so many different ways that I've done this week. I don't even know how I'm gonna do it this time. Okay, so I actually got the Colourpop Brow Boss just for this, but I didn't end up liking it that much. Kathleen Light suggested it. She said it's just like soap brow. It gives you like the fluffy brows. My eyebrow hair is so coarse, I cannot do fluffy brows. But the thing that I don't like about this is there's so much like glycerin or whatever is in it that you can't really use any kind of pomade or anything on top of it. I'm just gonna take an angled brow brush. This one's from Real Techniques. I'm gonna get it nice and flat. And then I'm gonna take the Maybelline Brow Tattoo Studio just because, well, it's my favorite brow gel type thing, but it's closest to my color of eyebrows. And I'm gonna just grab some off of the applicator. I'm gonna go through and do fine little strokes on the brows and just kind of fill them in. For the front of my brow, I'm really gonna flatten this brush out. Go into the gel, brush any excess off on my hand. And I'm gonna try and recreate strokes of hair at the front of my brow. It's kind of hard to do with this compared to a pomade just because it runs out so quickly. This eyebrow is always so fucking problematic. So I'm actually not gonna use the Colourpop brow gel just because I don't like it. I think it works well if you are somebody who has naturally good shaped eyebrows, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I like the shape of my brows. That's not what I'm saying. But the hair on them is so thick. Brushing them in any direction, unless I'm using a fucking glue stick, is not gonna matter. It doesn't do anything. But anyways, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much the boy beat. I don't think I'm that good at it, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I'm just gonna set my face with the Pacifica Crystal Power Hydromist like I always do, just to be extra. And you know what? I'm gonna throw on some of my Glamglow Poutmud just because it's royal glossy. Royal glossy. Am I like aesthetic now or whatever? How about now? Am I like boy beat? Anyways, you guys, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe. If you like this look, let me know in the comments down below. I love it. This is gonna be like my go-to. That's why I haven't been posting makeup looks all week, because I've been just rocking this shit every day at work. Can't be bothered. Anyways, you guys, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. I guess that's really all you can do, huh? Bye.